could do this even differently. You could do the 15-second, turn off the sequencing, and then select the macro, my macro that I send to you, and then when I receive yours, I can just send back your call, my call, Roger, and then I can send, we could do that manually instead of having to go through all the other sequences to get to that point.
Make sure it didn't change what was in the block, because I haven't decoded your 6-digit.
Get in and control for a moment, KB6BOB. Take that as a yes.
You could do this even differently. You could do the 15-second, turn off the sequencing, and then select the macro, my macro that I send to you, and then when I receive yours, I can just send back your call.
How many people have eaten a 3x3 or a 4x4 at In-N-Out?
Had a 4x4 once.
The driveway back in the mode or something, because I'm not decoding you at all right now.
Thing from you is 73.
I'm getting nothing from you. I'm not decoding you at all.
Putting out.
That time it decoded. Let's see if he was done pushing buttons. All right, very good. I decoded it now. Your 6-digit grid.
I still don't understand why I can't hear your audio when I hear your CW and tones loud.
Go over there and have a listen. I'm just going to whistle. That's all I'm going to do. See if you hear my whistle.
Over there. Let me turn this angle. Go back into USB digital unless I turn the monitor off.
There's my CW carrier, and when you're lined up on it, then I'll give you a whistle.
Now, call me now. Radio.
Can you hear the whistles?
I heard the whistles, but I don't hear your audio. Turn your mic gain up to 75%.
It is, and the power meter's showing there's power, so I don't get this.
Okay. I don't either. Just make sure, I know it sounds stupid, but make sure your microphone jack is pushed all the way in. These are very hard plugs.
If you heard my whistle, then that was means the path is good. Just give me some chatter on sideband. Don't know what to tell you. I can copy you everything that you say. It's weak. It's right at the threshold, but I can copy every word.
I say either.
Well, 8 dB down from your voice might be enough to make it in unintelligible.
Back into the truck, turn the air conditioner on, and cool down a little.
Roger, I'm explaining to my wife what you're doing there.
Water and got the air conditioner going.
Excellent. We'll see who shows up next here. And by the way, anybody in the basin who shows up, you can work them first.
Humidity. But I just talked to Larry HLH on the phone. He's sitting down to dinner. And when he gets all done and whatnot, then he'll be here on Cactus and see who he can work.
All right, I'm going to get out my phone here and I'm going to look at the radar. There's a thunderhead that I can see that is about 15 degrees to the north of our path. And I want to see if it's built up enough to where maybe we can try and bounce off that sucker.
The only thing I'm seeing at this time, Dave, is the stuff out by Quartzsite.
Yeah, I'm going to point at the one that you're looking at there, see if I can hear anything bounced off of it. But that's a bad direction for you, right?
163. Well, all I can try. I mean, got to get out of the truck. Hi. I'm going to sit here just a couple more minutes and cool down some more.
Yeah, just hang loose there. Let me see if I can hear white tanks off of that one. It's slightly to the south of the path, the most active part of it.
Okay, we'll go through Potosi from here. Coming in much better now that Robin did his thing. Thank you.
No, I don't hear anything that direction. Well, the clouds are all gone for the day.
Because the day is gone, it's now evening.
Before you leave, I'd like to just swap signals one more time just to see what the path is doing.
I'm here for a while still, just taking a break.
Understand. I'm just putting in my request early.
Duly noted.
KF6YB testing. 1, 2, 3. KF6YB mobile clear. KF6YB testing mobile. 1, 2, 3, 4. KF6YB clear.
M6 RMJ Bullhead, out and about for 10 gigahertz.
M6 RMJ K68.
K6HLH and 6RMJ. Howdy, Larry.
Yeah, I think I'm almost ready here. 10368.150 Q65 30B. Let's see. Are you going to be first?
Well, if Dave's around, why don't you work Dave first? He's closer, and just see if you guys can do it. You around, Dave?
It actually was a challenge last time when we worked. But yeah, Larry, what I can do is I can light up the west end of San Gorgonio Mountain there like I did the other day, and you can see if you hear my carrier there.
I'm all set to try digital modes.
No, I get that, but see if you can hear me, and then we'll switch to digital.
Okay, you got to be on 150?
Yep, and I'll put up my CW tone here in a second. Let me get the dish aimed.
And I'll crawl to the back of the truck where it's still 95 degrees.
Lighting up the west end of San Gorgonio, W6DL, 150.
Roger. Oh, I think I see a little teeny signal there. Yeah, one thing I found out, talking to you last time is I don't think my preamp is up to snuff here, because the signal of me that you played back was nice and strong, but you were just barely out of the noise, so I think I need to lower the tower and check that preamp. Anyway, swinging the dish around, K6HLH.
According to the digital mode, and Pat's running 30 watts, I'm running 6-7 watts, and the digital stuff says we're 9 dB apart, transmit to receive. And then you hear Q65, 30 seconds, mode B.
Yeah, that's what I've got it set up for. Yeah, I had your signal, and now I'm having trouble finding it again.
The power meter says there's power leaving here.
Yeah, I can see your signal. Let me try elevation here, see if that helps. Well, that's about as good as it gets right there.
All right, I'm going to drop and listen for you, W6DL.
In the digital mode, and I put the tune signal on.
All right, I want you to line up on the I'm transmitting again, and see what you see, and then we can go to digital.
Yeah, it looks a little better, some QSB, but so do you want to be first then?
Yeah, why don't you check first box on yours, and it'll take me a few seconds here to get back into the digital mode, but just hang on a second. This should be shooting fish in the barrel.
I'm transmitting right now.
And you're loud.
You are also loud. You were loud, but I did not decode.
I have 3 decodes on you in a row.
You are plenty loud, but I must not have things set up right here, because I haven't got decode. You're plenty loud. Yeah, I must have something set up wrong here, because I say you're plenty loud, and I don't see your signal on the waterfall.
All right. It had forced my radio off frequency. I've now recovered back to F0. See if that fixed it.
And Larry, one thing you may want to check is the TX frequency should be 1,000, the F-toll should be 1,000, and the receive frequency should be 1,000.
Okay, I set the TX to 1,000, the tolerance to 1,000, and what was the other one? Had to be 1,000.
The receive, RX.
If you're not seeing it on the waterfall, do you have anything on the bar graph on the left for the receive signal level?
I think so. Let me check again here. Just when you transmit again. Almost sure I did. Oh yeah, I got about 50.
All right, my tones now sound the same as yours. This is weird.
Oh, yeah, I changed my receiver width up to 1,000. The image quite a bit lower, and now I got a decode, except you got RMJ there instead of HLH.
And I put your call in the window, which annoys me that it doesn't do this on its own, or it's supposed to.
You put it in the window, you have to go and generate standard message again.
Well, you are getting loud. You're +5.
So, Pat, where is this generate standard message thing?
Right above where all the call signs are.
Yeah, above on the right side, above TX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top there. Just below enable TX.
Yeah, and actually you should be able to just, I believe, just double click on my call, and it should put my call in there.
All right, I'm going to erase everything in the window, and we'll start over here.
And then all you have to do, Dave, is when you see his call, is double click on his call in the receive window, and it'll populate and put the right sequence and do everything.
Ooh, someone's calling me. And I turned off my auto sequencing too. You're +4.
Yeah, so are you. So you and I are running at parity right now.
Okay, my next transmission, I'll try and send the grid square.
Got it. And I'm sending mine right now.
Got your grid square, DM13, Juliet, Mexico.
I'd say since you and I are at parity, I'd say your receiver's probably working okay.
Well, that's good. That's good news. Now let's turn off my thing here. Yeah, I tried to log it, and I put in the extra 5 and 6 letters of your grid, and it didn't like that. I have to check something else here. I got something wrong trying to log it.
It's supposed to populate the box to tell you to log it, and mine doesn't. It hasn't popped up on the window yet, so it thinks it's missing something.
Yeah. I put in I got your call and the time, the mode, the band. I had to put in the signal report. Your grid was there.
Send me your 73s box. You send me the one that just has 73s on it, next to the bottom one. Let's see if that's the one that does the trick.
That's the one I changed. So it they don't have one that says just 73s. Oh, yeah, I don't have one that just says 73. The one I have, I changed is the second from the bottom is, the K6HOHDM14 Charlie Papa.
Yeah, TX number 5, drop down arrow.
And Pat, you're not getting in. The program's going to change that box anyhow for you. It's going to put it back to what it was. All right, well, I just forced it to log it, and that was the end of that. So, very, very good. It's working.
Yeah, you're much louder than you were the other day.
Bank conditions were just bad that day. Would you like to just do it on voice real quick, and then we can log it both ways?
Eyes doubled.
Larry, can we go to voice and just complete the QSO again there? Pat says that he can't hear my audio, and I just want to make sure you can.
Okay, let me figure out how to do that here. I got a brand new radio here, the digital radio, and then special program to run WSJT here. So let me see here. Maybe.
Yeah, that was a very nice sideband contact, just straight through.
Yeah, you weren't near as strong there. You would build up every so often, but not near the signal strength out of the noise as you were in the digital mode.
Yeah, and I would make the same comment with your signal, but this is normal. This has always been the complaint on microwave, is you can always hear the CW signal real well, and then when the voice comes, it's hard to dig it out. But I had no problem with you. I got everything right straight through the first time through.
Yeah, looking at the signals from you on the digital, you got down to a -4. -4 was the weakest, and you were up to a +6.
I was rating it down. Very good. Why don't you see if you can work Pat then? I'll stand by here. Nice contact. K6HLH, W6DL.
Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot, Dave. Yeah, I'm glad things are working. I got the digital working on the new radio here, so let me point the dish up towards Pat there.
Okay, Larry, and I'm showing 77.6 degrees reverse, and I will point it to 59.4 at you.
Yeah, that's the same numbers I had here. Let's see here. Let me get back into the digital mode here. Hang on.
And when you're ready, I will send you a digital carrier.
Okay, are you going to be first, or do you want me to be first?
I'll send you a carrier to see if you even see me.
Oh, okay. Send me a carrier.
Carrier is up.
Nothing.
Are you listening, Larry? What frequency?
150.
50. W6SS.
Oh, Larry, why don't you send me a carrier?
Sending a carrier, 150. I went to tune mode on the digital.
I don't see you, you don't see me, but we're going to go to digital. I will TX first.
Roger, I turned off my first, 30B, and enable the transfer. I'm transmitting right now.
W6SZ, W6DL.
Sorry, W6DL, W6SZ.
You want to work real quick?
Yes. 100.
We'll move to 100. If you can put up a carrier there, I'll just roughly line up on you. Or you can listen where I'm pointed now. I'm pointed at the end of San Gorgonio Mountain, the west end.
Repeat that again, please.
I'm currently pointed at the west end of San Gorgonio Mountain, or I can just turn directly onto you, whatever you want to do.
I'm not quite sure where you want me to point. I don't know where that place is.
Don't worry about it. Light up the general direction that you always work me on, and I'll come find you on the 100.
Tom?
Okay, I'm lined up on you. Go ahead and have a listen for me. W6DL is radiating toward W6SZ on 100.
QRX Dave, the frequency. I'm not on the 144. QX.
I'll just leave my carrier up while you sort it out.
Anything at all, Larry?
Nope. Nope. Nothing, no decodes, nothing on the waterfall, but no, I haven't got a decode yet.
Okay, go ahead and put up a carrier for me again.
I'm on the frequency, David.
Say again?
I'm on the frequency 100.
All right, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, very good. So, what would you like to do? You want to go straight to digital?
I have the problem, I don't know. I got 25 RC1. I don't know what the consequences are of that.
Carrier up.
All right, yeah, let's just try it. Why don't we go to 15 seconds in mode B? Q65, 15 seconds mode B.
I 60 seconds mode B. That's where I am. Why don't you try it? I'm listening. Oh, I should go to 150.
No, stay on 100. And are you going to go first? I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, so I stay on 150.
100, 100.
00.
And you go first. 15 seconds mode B.
15 seconds.
15. 15.
See anything, Pat?
Seeing anything, so I'm going to send back to you at where I think you should be. I have carrier up for HLH.
W6SZ, W6DL. I'm not hearing any tones from you.
You don't hear any tones from me.
And are you hearing mine? All right, did you click enable transmit?
Did hear you all right, but I didn't go to decode.
All right, well, I'm not hearing you coming back.
Yeah, I don't see a thing, Pat. I moved around a little bit horizontal and also elevation, but there's nothing. You want to go back to digital and try for a while? I have to leave a little bit before 8 o'clock for my 8 o'clock net.
I understand, yes. And let's switch to 60 seconds. Mode D for Delta.
Okay, 60 seconds, sub-mode D, as in Delta, or Doggy, and you're first.
Did the mode change on your Ryan from whatever back to A? Because sometimes when you make changes to it, it resets everything. 15 seconds, mode to B.
Okay, I'm transmitting now.
No decode, so let's stop it because I have to find out what's going on.
JB6P, I'm available on 10 gigahertz, signal peak 10368.1.
W6DL is here, and I'm currently running digital with, I hear it tell him, so that's Ryan working on his radio. So I can work you in a little bit here. And we're on 100 if you want to listen to see if you hear what we're doing.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were on 150. Okay, well, I'll listen on 100 and listen here, thanks.
Be able to figure out why I don't decode you. So go ahead with whatever you want to do.
All right, Oliver, can you see the San Gabriel Mountains to your north?
No, I'm not familiar with the geography. I'm looking more or less, I'm basically surrounded by clouds, so I can estimate a bearing, but I can't do directions visually very well.
All right, yeah, there's two ways you and I can work. We can either work direct path, or I can work you on a bounce, and I'm pointed right at the bounce right now. If you want to just listen for me, I'll put up my carrier on 100.
Okay, my patch antenna set up broad, so I'll swing around and see if I can find you. KB6P, listening at 100.
Yeah, look maybe somewhere around 30 to 60 degrees. That's roughly the area you should hear me.
Roger.
All right, W6DL is radiating on 100, and it may be 0 beat, so be wary of that.
Dave, what frequency are you transmitting on?
I'm transmitting, I haven't turned the dish since you and I were working. I'm transmitting on 100 to Oliver. Brian, you are hearing my signal, right?
Yes, Dave.
W6TL, KB6P, nothing heard on 100.
All right, why don't you put a signal up on 100 at a heading of like 040, your best guess at 040, and Ryan and I will both listen for you.
Okay, give me a minute, KB6P. Okay, carrier's up, KB6P.
I found it, I'm trying to zoom in on it.
Yeah, Larry, K6HLH at 6RMJ. I'm surprised we're not getting anything at all.
No, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's K6HLH.
KB6BA, W6DL. All right, I found you really weak. I'm radiating on that heading, and see if you can find me now.
Okay.
Larry, let's just change to sub mode Bravo, Bravo, Bravo.
Okay, give me a second here. Change to Bravo mode. 60-second Bravo.
Is it your enabled TX still there?
Right. Transmitting right now.
W6DL, KB6PA. Found a much better beam bearing here, reasonably strong at this point. You can try peeking at me again, KB6DL.
Cool. All right, go to listen mode, W6DL. All right, KB6BA, W6DL. All right, it got it a little bit better, and you found the San Gabriels now because you're all along the ridge, so see if you can refine it one more time. Transmitting now.
Okay. Okay, repeat. It's about the same. I think it's as good as I can get it here. KB6DL.
All right, I will call you on sideband, W6DL.
Okay, KB6DL.
Nothing again, Pat. I think we're not going to be able to do it tonight.
You know, that's what it looks like. I know you and me have worked even voice from here in the past.
Yeah, I know. We've done it before, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight. I say there's just nothing here. Well, I'm going to shut this thing down here. Maybe I'll go down and listen on 100 there. I got a couple more minutes before I got to run the net here. So thanks for the try, Pat. We'll try it again someday. N6RMJ, K6HLH.
Okay, Larry, thanks. And 6RMJ.
Yeah, W6DL, KB6PA. I'm having a little trouble maybe with receiving end. Can you go back to sending me a carrier? I want to tune you carefully using spot mode. Can you send me a carrier and tune you in spot mode, then switch to sideband, KB6PA?
Yeah, you were fading also, so we can find a better spot here. Let me, give me a moment and I'll have a carrier back up.
Okay.
KB6, question mark, W6 says that. I hear you, and I'd like to work you later on.
Very good, Ryan. I'll be here for a while. W6SZ, KB6PA.
Ryan, I'm not going to touch my antenna. Why don't you work him if you're hearing him?
KB6.
Yeah, Ryan, I can listen for you. Send me a carrier first. W6SZ, KB6PA. This is Oliver, by the way. Go ahead.
W6DL, K6HLH.
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to let you know that when we made contact, I was pointing at Heaps Peak. I was pointing at 127 degrees or so, which is Heaps Peak from here.
I was pointed at the west end of the San Gorgonio Range. I'm trying to think of the name of the peak there.
Carry on at the moment. W6 says that. W6 Zulu.
W6SZ, KB6PA. Do you have a carrier up on 100 right now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll listen for you.
That's still very close to being in line with Heaps Peak, Larry.
Okay, good.
W6SZ, KB6PA. I found you a little bit weak, but picked up on your carrier. I'd like to transmit to you and see if you can pick up on me over. Okay, Brian, I'm transmitting to you on 100, KB60.
You can turn the carrier off. You can turn the carrier off. W6SZ to you.
Okay, carrier off, and I'll listen for your call, KB60.
I'm still not quite sure about the call.
Oh, it's Kilo Bravo 6, Bravo Alpha, Kilo Bravo 6, Bravo Alpha, go ahead.
KB6BA, W6SZ.
Yeah, Brian, I'm trying to troubleshoot the frequency thing. I don't know what's causing it, but I'll have to work on when I get back. So thanks for the getting a hold of me. And the signal was reasonably strong. It went up and down a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot to go up and down. As I say, conditions are up and down. A lot of QSB. Times you were very strong here, and now I'm barely copying. And I changed my position, the direction, and it should be working fine because I use a Cucamonga peak here, and normally that works fine into Orange County. Anyway, KB6BA, W6 Sierra Zulu, Delta Mike 14 Echo Delta, Delta Mike 14 Echo Delta. Go ahead.
Okay, I got your grid there. My grid is DM25 approximately. The two-digit suffix I'm not sure of exactly. All right, thank you, and see what else I can work up here. This KB60.
73.
KB6BA, W6DL. Don't turn your dish, but go ahead and put your carrier back up.
Okay, here goes.
Frequency excursion, that is great. Have a listen for me, KB6BA, W6DL.
Okay, sure goes. Okay, I moved the dish to the right, found a new peak, much stronger. You can try to sideband, or I can transmit to you again, KB60.
Why don't you go ahead and transmit to me one more time, and I'll have a listen. W6DL listening.
Okay.
All right, KB6BA, W6DL. Have a listen for me again. When you came back that time, it was extremely weak, but I am peaked up on it. And I didn't see that big frequency explosion at the beginning. I'm wondering if the radio is kind of unlocked.
Okay. Okay, so I sort of lost track of you. You want me to peek up on you again, or should we try sideband?
You're extremely weak at the moment, so why don't you tell me how I'm doing?
Okay, I'll listen for you.
When KB6BA transmits, his frequency moves 100 or 200 hertz and wiggles around when he transmits on 440.
More of that, and I'm actually trying to see where that's coming from. It's a new rate. I'm going to try some TX delays. Okay, we'll listen for you, Dave, KB60.
When KB6BA transmit is 440, makes his frequency on 10 gigahertz move around by a couple hundred hertz.
Yeah, in the process of troubleshooting that. Okay, listening for you now, Dave.
Yeah, see if I'm the same strength I was before or something changed here. Because you were really, really strong before, and now you're not as strong. In fact, you're kind of in the noise at the moment. Chip, are you listening on 100? Are you hearing either of us?
Just fine. He's about 10 dB out of the noise. I haven't heard you yet, but his frequency moves around when he transmits on 440. He's got a good signal here.
All right, I'm aimed at the San Gabriels. That's where I'm pointed right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing you're about 5 dB out of the noise.
Right here, Dave. I haven't touched the beam heading. Still listening on 100.
Okay, you're not hearing anything, or you're still tuning?
No, not hearing anything. I haven't touched the frequency or the beam heading since I heard you allow it a second ago.
That was weird, because it didn't have Doppler on it, but all right, go ahead and see what you can find.
All right, I'll listen for
20 dB out of the noise here at a beam heading of 52 degrees.
Charlie Alpha, 6 RFJ.
Just a minute, Tad.
Okay, I retweaked the beam heading. Back to your old bearing, Dave, and still a bit weak, but not. I think it was just a momentary thing when you were strong before.
All right, very good. Why don't you send back to me and let me see what I got on you.
Okay. Okay, clear yours up.
All right, it's still not sideband quality. Now, you have 3 peaks right now, so I picked the peak that's on the left. So look a little bit to the left and see if there's a better spot there, and then we can try the one on the right.
Okay, listen. Okay, this is not good. I do hear my receipt, the base signal change when I transmit my HT, so they've got a bad interaction problem with my rig. Oh well. Anyway, Dave, I found your peak to your left and you're stronger now. You might be able to contact.
All right, send back to me and let me see if I can refine it. W6DL listening.
Okay, I gotta run in the house here. I'll maybe be back later in 68.
Basic CDR just making carriers ignore me.
Oliver, call me on sideband, W6DL.
Okay, KB60. And hi, Robin. Okay, W6DL, KB6BA. Thanks for the contact. I keyed up and waited about 8 seconds. If there's a thermal issue with my transmit frequency, I wanted to see whether it would stabilize. What was the? How would you characterize the frequency chirp or drift from my last transmission over?
All right, at the very end when you were sending the CW carrier, it was all over the place because you were keying your radios nearby. If they're running off the same DC source, maybe there's some kind of coupling in the DC part of it. But your sideband, the waiting part worked good because your sideband was right on frequency and there was no drift in frequency on the sideband. And you were not Q5 copy. I had to listen hard, but I was able to hear everything. And QSL on the DM25. KB6BA, W6DL.
Okay, that's encouraging. So I should have a workaround. But that interaction with my handheld is weird. I'm not using a mobile rig. I'm just using a handheld, but with standing right next to the radio. And I can hear your carrier on receive. shift when I transmit. I've never heard anything like that before. So either my 440 RF is getting into my IF radio, which I'm operating at a 28 meg RF, a 28 meg intermediate frequency, or it's getting into the transmitter itself. So interesting project for me to troubleshoot back on the bench when I get back home. KB60.
Set your handy-talkie for microwatts. You're 150 feet from the radio.
Don't turn your dish either. You got your dish right in the middle of San Gabriel's. I could actually turn 3-4 degrees either way and find you the same signal strength, so don't turn your dish at the moment.
Okay, I think we doubled. You got the gist of what I said, that it's weird that my 440 radio is either getting into my 28 meg IF or the transmitter. But I'll go to low power, and maybe that'll help a little bit.
Don't run so much power. Set your HT for as low power as it'll make.
Well, it's probably still going to affect it, but it's much lower now. It's like 1 watt instead of 4. That's not that many dB. So, Robin, have you seen that effect before? UHF getting into the microwave rig IF stage like that?
In one form or another, but you can go another 10 dB if the radio will go lower than that, because you're a couple hundred feet from the radio.
Oh, you mean okay. You mean the Sunset Ridge remote? I'm that close to it?
No, you're close to the signal peak radio. It's right over your head.
Okay, I'm using the Sunset Ridge remote. Okay. All right, thanks for the advice there.
Okay, whatever you can do.
KB6BA and 6CA, where are you located?
Signal peak, right on the very top of the hill, next to the fence where that private park is over.
What is your physical location again, please? I don't understand.
It's next to the Signal Peak Antenna Farm, Newport Beach. The approximate grid is DM25RD, but it's not quite right. I'm off 1 or 2 small grids, but that's close. And I'm at the top of I think it's called Ridge Peak Road, and I'm at the very top next to the private park that's fenced in.
It's 13CO. I'll play it to you if you're ready for the CW.
Now you got Delta Mike 25.
Hang on, let me get you the right one. Did you get that, or is it too fast?
Way too fast for me, unfortunately.
13, Charlie Oscar.
Okay, let me take a look here. Thank you.
Yeah, DM13CO, and Sunset's right across the valley from you. It'll hear you just fine, or you can talk on signal, which is right over the top of your head. Whatever's easy. And what that will do,
okay. Let's say there you have it, Chip. Where are you located?
Down near Palos Verdes. You're good and loud here. You want to work on sideband? Just give me a call.
Okay, thanks. KB60.
No, I don't need a carrier. You're probably 20 dB out of the noise. Give me a call on sideband, and I'll come back on your frequency.
Sorry, stand by a second. Be right back.
Chip, last time I had a carrier up, how loud was I?
We're in excess of 20 out of the noise, both of you.
Roger, yeah, I got him lined up in the middle of the San Gabriel, so he should be able to work everybody out here now.
Being set up about 50 degrees, I don't know, 53, and both of you are good there.
That sounds exactly right. He's calling you. I'm walking over to the radio. Just hang on. There's a carrier. You can peek on me, and then I'll peek on you.
I was still peaked on you. Let me give you a carrier. There's QSB to the path, obviously.
Let's try this. Call me on sideband, please. W16.
sideband is markedly weaker than your CW, big time.
It's the same with you. I mean, it's the common problem.
I'm running RF compression too. There shouldn't be that much of a difference. Huh. Very interesting.
You want to try direct pass?
Yeah, okay, what, you're 104 for me. Let me do that.
All right, why don't you put up the carrier direct and I'll find you.
And N6RMJ sitting out here listening to nothing.
All right, that's halfway through my truck and through a eucalyptus tree, but it's better. N6CA, go ahead and line up on me.
Here. Oh, wow, you're pounding in here. Let me tweak. SB, roll the window down in your truck.
I understand. Do you want me to try and peek on you one more time?
Fine, I was right where I was supposed to be, so let's go over to sideband.
Call me, W6DL.
You want to run on CW real quick?
You were talking to W6DL?
Talking to Pat, but thanks for the contact, Dave.
Very good. W6DL standing by.
RMJ, let's try CW.
I don't do CW.
Stuff that goes up and down. To URMJ, can you put a carrier on and let me see how things look?
Momento, just a moment.
The best things about 10 gigahertz, there's no power zap from Southern California Edison.
It's a tough life.
Totally destroyed 6 meters here with their stinking 16 kilovolt crap.
You have 100, is that correct, Chip?
I'm 100, pointed at you, listening.
Is up.
W6S, W6DL.
W6DL, W6SZ.
All right, I'm available if you want to try and work on digital again.
Well, I really haven't figured anyway. So call me on 100 or maybe 150.
All right. Let me put my carrier up to see if you're hearing it on 150.
Absolutely nothing heard or seen, Pat. Zero, not a zilch.
Hey, you want to give me a carrier? Let me look.
You're transmitting. Carrier.
W6S, W6DL. I just got my carrier up.
It's fine, Dave. Why don't you call in digital?
All right, whatever it was, 15 seconds, mode B. I assume you're transmit first, and I did not hear you.
Your tones are coming through nicely, but I don't decode for some reason. Don't quite understand it, but that's what it is. W6DL, W6SZ.
All right, but I never hear your tones. For some reason, you're not transmitting.
Chip, reverse. Chip, reverse.
I can transfer now.
Oh, you're about 5 or 6 dB out of the noise pad.
So I'm transmitting now, Dave.
Yeah, they're working a long path here, so I'm going to listen for you, Ryan, W6DL.
Pat, let's try sideband. Let's try sideband. Over.
Get into that mode. Moment.
See you on the waterfall, all right. And, you know, if I see a peak, I hear it, but no decoding. See?
All right, but if you can enable your transmitter, then I can see if I'm decoding you.
As far as I know, I am transmitting.
Negative. There's nothing coming. Are you in the transmit first mode?
No. But
Okay, this is probably what's wrong. You should be in transmit first. There you go. I'm hearing you now. Let me see if it decodes. Decoded the first frame. See if mine now starts decoding.
If you're transmitting, I just can't make out what you're saying.
I called you a couple times.
You're transmitting, I can't make out what you're saying, and you may be visible on the waterfall. I'm not sure.
Again, Chip.
If you're transmitting, I'm not understanding you, and you may be visible on the waterfall. It's not obvious.
Yeah, you want me to send you send you a carrier, or have you peek on me again?
Already peaked on you. You were about 5 or 6 dB out of the noise, which means you'll be right at the noise on sideband, but at least we were seeing each other.
Send to me one more time. Let me re-peak.
I got you decoded
on.
Dave. I got you decoded.
Yep, let's just let it run here and finish.
Call me now.
It doesn't seem to run through the sequence. It doesn't run through the sequence for some reason.
We've been having that trouble all day. I forced it to the next block.
Can't copy you on sideband, Pat. We need a few more dB, and it's not there.
Same here. I can see the sparkles of your audio when you're calling me, but that's it. But the carrier was nice. We could do it digital.
Obviously, we could do it digital. Be no sweat CW. So, interesting path. Where are you with respect to your house?
In respect to my house, 2 blocks away.
Pretty good. That's pretty darn good, actually.
When I get the 4-foot dish up, that'll be even better. But yes, just I'm about 100 foot higher than where my house is, at least.
Although you had a real nice signal, very good signal with the carrier. So.
It doesn't seem to want to run through the sequence.
I got to run in the house here, but thanks everybody. And 6RMJDL, SZ, KB6BA, and 6CA.
Thanks, Chip. KB6BA.
Do you have the auto sequence box checked?
That's funny you should say that. My wife asked me if I had my sequence box checked.
Yeah, that's true. She should be. All the time. And twice on Saturday.
Dave, W6DL, W6SS.
Yeah, and look at your screen right now. See what you just decoded.
Stop, Dave. You can stop. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 times W6WDL 73.
I just sent you a new message just now. In any case, thanks for hanging in there.
Didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I would re-enable your transmitter. For some reason, it needs that part of the sequence in order to decode correctly.
Let's see. Is it one?
Yeah, you're not getting into the repeater at the moment.
It doesn't decode. It doesn't decode.
All right. Well, I don't know how to explain that.
Correction. It did decode. W6DL Delta Mike 13 Juliet Mike.
There you go. So now you have the 6-digit grid square. And you're not getting into the repeater right now very well.
Oh, really? Wait, it seems to work. It seems to work. I just have to do more exercises on it. Like this grid business, one should prepare that, of course. And I didn't do that. But it seems to be working now. Both ways, I think.
N6RMJ, KB6PL.
W6DL, W6SZ.
KB6BA and 6RMJ.
Yeah, I've got, well, it'd be interesting, maybe if I can hear you with 30 watts, might be worth trying.
Let me, give me just...
LW6DL, W6SZ.
So let me get pointed that way and put a carrier up. I'll call you back in a minute, let you know what's up.
Okay, thanks. KB6PL.
All right, W6SZ, W6DL. Go ahead.
I didn't get, I got your message. Anyway, I think it's working now. I have to get the sequencing under control. I have to get the sequencing good. But it works now both ways. And the problem was that I was on first. That's what... of the old stuff, and it's never problems. It's too long ago that I've done it, but eventually I will learn it. Thanks for the QSO, and I think like what it's seems to be working all right.
Excellent. Yeah, you might find a different spot for your radio there because you're falling in and out of the repeater. But I got the gist of what you said. W6SZ, W6DL. About the conditions. The conditions are really lousy. You know, I always be able to hear Paulus further speaking, and at the moment there's nothing. I always have no problem with N6CA. I can barely read it. So, as I say, the conditions are really lousy. And in addition to that, there's QSB. W6DL, W6SZ. Yeah, roger that. Yeah, everybody's been struggling with the sideband today. It's been just kind of universal, so. All right, very good. Is there anybody else out there tonight going to work 10 gigahertz? Otherwise, I'm going to pack up.
Run with me before I go, but I've got a carrier up for Oliver. My carrier is up at this time.
Okay, we'll listen for you, KB6PL.
Still about 3 to 5 dB out of the noise path in 6CA.
Chip. Dave, you might listen, see if you hear me where I'm pointed.
Yeah, just getting around to that. I'll be with you in a moment, W6DL.
N6RMJ, KB6PA. Nothing heard. Pointed in your general direction, but no signal.
Very good. I'm going to work Dave. You might stick around a minute and see if When I point at him, you might hear something. W6DL and 6RMJ.
Just got a light going here so I can set the pedestal back to where it was. My rating was so bad, the word pedestal looks like prostate, and then I think it says 124.
I think you're lined up. Go ahead and put a carrier up for me.
What frequency? N6RMJ W6DL, carrier up toward you. On 100.
Can do with it, so you're going to have to repeat on me. Here you go. Here's a carrier.
Have a listen for me. Confirming N6RMJ is listening for W6DL.
You were much louder earlier.
Yeah, but this would still work digital just fine. It's getting cold on this side of the San Andreas Fault.
So you want to run digital one last time? We'll do 15-second sub mode B. I'll go first.
I hear your tone, so I'm set to go automatically.
CQ.
There's big holes being blown in the sequence. I can hear it in the speaker. There's really a lot of QSB in this thing. Let's switch to 30 seconds.
Do just fine.
No, I was not copying you at all, because I could hear these horrendous holes blown in it.
100 hertz, not at 1,000. But it matters, I still decode you.
For some reason it keeps changing the dial frequency on my receiver, and I don't know why.
That one in the log, that's good at 191 miles or 307 kilometers.
Everybody, good night in 73. W6SZ Delta Mike 14 Echo Delta.
Hey Ryan, and we'll see you tomorrow on the meeting.
Yes, we will. I hope so. You never know. 73, and good night.
DL and 6RMJ, how we doing?
I'm reciprocating. Was my reciprocate received?
CQ from you with grid.
Alright, so you got my 6-digit grid there?
I got your 4-digit grid.
It's sending my 6-digit grid over and over here.
Roger, 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 roger.
All right, very good. Anybody else for 10 gigahertz? Otherwise, we're packing up.
So are we. Thanks again, N6RMJ.
Very productive day, W6TL.